what are the 5 pillars of salah? The 5 acts which are considered to be the pillar of salah. What are they? Number 1 is takbirat al-ihram, the first takbirah. It's a pillar of salah. Meaning, if you're in your salah and you started having doubts, did I do the takbirah or did I not do the takbirah? In this case, what happens? Your salah is invalid. Why? Because when you have doubts about an act that is considered a pillar of prayer, if you have doubts whether you did it or not, in this case, you assume that you did not do it as a precaution, so your prayer is invalid, you have to restart it. The second pillar is standing. You have to be standing and reciting the surah, Surah Al-Fatiha, Al-Hamd, and the surah, then you go to ruku'. While standing, you go to ruku'. This is one of the pillars of salah. A third pillar of salah is what? Ruku'. Ruku' is a pillar of salah, in which you bow in your salah. That's considered a pillar. So let's say you have doubts in your salah, you're praying. In my first unit, did I bring the ruku' or did I not bring the ruku'? What happens in this case? Salah is invalid. Or, after you prayed, you finished your salah, you remembered for sure, oh, I skipped a ruku'. You know for sure, not that you have doubts. Because if you have doubts, you eliminate the doubt. Don't act upon any doubt. Whenever you finish your prayer and you have doubt, did I do it right or wrong? You assume it's right. But if you're certain 100%, I skipped a ruku'. Skipping a ruku', because it's a pillar, it invalidates the prayer. So keep this in mind. The ruku' is one of the pillars. What else is a pillar? The 2 sujuds together. One sujood is not a pillar. Prostrations. 2 of them together are considered a pillar. So for example, if after you did your salah, you remembered you skipped 1 sujood, not 2. 1. Does this invalidate salah? No. What do you do in this case? As soon as you remember that you skipped the sujood, you have to do a sujood. Go into sujood and make the niyyah that I am making up the missed sujood. Do wudu. Of course, you have to be on tahara. Do the wudu, be on ablution, and do the missed prostration. So 2 sujoods together represent a pillar. 1 is not a pillar. So if you goof up with 1 sujood, if you make a mistake in 1 sujood, it's fine. What else do we have as a pillar? One of the pillars of salah is time. The time of salah. Let's say the adhan, the call to prayer, is 1:17 p.m. for dhuhr. You thought it's 1:30 p.m., so you thought now that the time has set in. You got up, you did your salah, then you realized, oh, it's 12:30 p.m. and because of daylight saving, I goofed up. That happens sometimes. What do you do in this case? Prayer is in an hour. The time has not come. Because time is a pillar in prayer, so if you later realize that you prayed out of time, you have to redo that prayer. You cannot consider it to be valid. Because time is one of the pillars of prayer. Another pillar is what? The wudu. If you prayed and you discovered that you did not do wudu, what happens with your salah? Invalid. If you prayed, after 60 years you realized what? Your wudu was wrong. You have to redo all those prayers. Yes, so make sure you do the wudu correctly. Or the ghusl. Some people do the ghusl wrong and they pray after the ghusl, the ritual shower. This is one of the pillars of salah. If you discover later on that your wudu was wrong or you forgot to do the wudu, you have to redo that salah. What else is a pillar? Qibla, the direction to Mecca. That is one of the pillars of salah. If you prayed the opposite way, the qibla is this way, you prayed this way, and then later you realized, oh, I prayed in the opposite direction. What happens with your salah? You have to redo it. Now, when it comes to the qibla, you have 180 degrees leeway if you discovered you did it wrong. So let's say the Qibla's this way, straight. You prayed at an angle, a 45-degree angle, not knowing the Qibla. You messed up with the Qibla, or you forgot the Qibla, or the one who told you the direction told you wrong. You finished your salah, you realized, oh, the direction to Mecca is not this way, it's this way. If you're within 90 degrees to each side, the right or the left, within a 90-degree angle, your prayer is valid. You don't have to redo it. If it's more than 90 degrees to the left, more than 90 degrees to the right, then you have to redo the prayer.